What's up, you guys? This is Rob, this gay guy plays, and on today's episode of Dress to Kill, we take a look at my latest TennoGen haul. However, before we move along, as always, I have a little bit of a disclaimer. As you guys know, I am very picky, and I have a very specific aesthetic, so I don't want you to think that I forgot about any piece from this specific collection. Just be aware that, you know, I was raised right. My mama taught me, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, you ain't saying nothing at all, okay? And also keep in mind that this is money coming out of my own pockets, and I gotta keep the lights on around here, so do not be upset if I did not necessarily spotlight something that you absolutely fell in love with. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to being dressed to kill, and you guys know that has nothing to do with me. It's all about what makes you feel absolutely amazing. So even though I didn't spotlight it, as long as you like it, go ahead and rock it, okay? Alright, so before we move on to the things that I did pick up, I kind of wanted to spotlight a couple honorable mentions, mainly because of the fact that just because something doesn't necessarily fit my taste, that doesn't mean that it's not going to make you absolutely fall in love with it. And there are a couple things that I spotted out there that I was like, man, my viewers are going to love this, but it's like not a me thing. So let's go ahead and point those out real quick. So there's the Zaikhya Syandana. I know I'm saying it wrong. Trust me, my pronunciation is absolute shit when it comes to these things. Now, the number one thing that I love about this is, number one, those energy things right down at the bottom. I think they are absolutely fucking fantastic. They look really badass, like mini energy blades at the end of a Syandana. I absolutely love it. I also like the two-toned metals that we have there. And right up here, this diamond, I think this would actually fit really well with the Capacitor armor pieces. You know how they're all very kind of like geometric? I think that would fit perfectly amazing with that without having to use that big crazy kind of like curtain that they have like in his armor set. I don't know what's up with that, but this is definitely a better fit than that one. So I definitely think you should check this one out if you're into that. Now, the Raiji Syandana. Dude, the textures on this thing is absolutely amazing. I really love it. I'm very tempted to buy it. However, it spins a little too fast for my taste, so I'm almost kind of feeling like hypnotized by it. It's like it's trying to put me under its spell. But I'm also kind of not fond of the fact that, you know, it's got the symbols for all of the kind of like different schools of focus on there. It kind of looks like I've got little emoticons on my back. But on the more positive end of the spectrum, especially when you combine it with some of the richer tones and richer colors, the metallics are absolutely amazing. They look really nice and brushed. It has this kind of like matte, luxurious, velvety feel to it, and I'm still really tempted to buy it. Don't think that just because it's got little, you know, little emoticons on it that I'm not going to do it, but a part of me is really tempted to buy it. I'm just like, how often am I really going to use it? Next up is the Incubus Ribbon Syandana. Y'all know I'm gonna end up buying this. You know I'm gonna end up buying this because it's for like the Incubus Loki skin, and it's like, but a part of me is saying you're not gonna use that Syandana though. But I'm like, but it goes with the Incubus, so I'm trying to fight all of my temptations in my body to pick this one up because I really want to get it, and I'm like, Rob, you shouldn't, but I will. Don't be surprised. It'll be there. It'll be there one day. And the last one is the Covenant Syandana. Okay, this thing is the most adorable thing that I've ever fucking seen ever. I did get a note from Frelling Hazmot though. He did tweet me and he said that some of the physics are currently off on it, but it is going to be fixed. There are a couple other skins too that have some issues right now that I was noted about, I guess I would say. But this is one of the ones that they did say that they had an issue with. I don't know if it's fixed with this current patch, but it may get fixed in an upcoming patch. This one I think is absolutely adorable, and the main reason why is, if you can't tell, it's got a little bit of a little hood on the back of it, and I love this detail right here. I think that's a gorgeous, like, oh my god, can we please get operator customizations ASAP for TennoGen? Like, they all use the same body frame. Come on, they're all the same height. Alright, we should be able to do this. But the reason that I've fallen so madly in love with it, and I'm like, oh my god, I really want to buy it, but a part of me is like, you're not going to use it though because it's big. You know me, I don't like big and flouncy. The hood is absolutely amazing. The detail that it attaches to the back is absolutely amazing, and it reminds me of the operator outfit, you know, the one with the bare feet and the big hood. That's what this reminds me of, but you put it on your Warframe. Like, these little dangly bits down here remind me of like the feet of the operator suit, and that reminds me of like the big old comfy hood. And these straps over here, I love this detail where it has the straps coming down from the middle. I love it, and I'm trying to stop myself from purchasing it because of the fact that I'm not into the big flouncy Syandanas, but it reminds me of that operator outfit so much that I'm like, oh, I might just crack. Damn it, wallet. Damn it. Alrighty, now we are going to take a quick trip on over to helmets real fast. And this time around, there's only one that I really wanted to highlight that I did not pick up, which is the Trinity and Syria helmet. I think this thing is absolutely amazing. You see these little visor pieces that kind of come down in front of the face, and she's got earrings to boot. I think it looks absolutely amazing. I love the energy color placements on this. Overall, it is a great helmet. However, as you can see, the one thing that's going to kill me every single goddamn time is because of the fact that it does not have matching metallics that go along with armor. If those pieces had been made metallic, it would be very hard for me to say no to this helmet. However, as you know, I'm not a big Trinity player already, so I've kind of been able to stay away from it and kind of been able to calm myself down. However, the more that I look at it, the more that I am tempted to purchase it. So we're going to move along to something that I did end up picking up. Arsenal may have lost out when it came to that helmet for me, but oh my god, look at this sword skin. Now, it is a very rare day that we get sword skins, and this one is actually for all of the kind of like one-handed swords. So Docker Prime, the War, I think this one looks absolutely fantastic. And it's, like I said, it's a rare day that we highlight weapon skins, and this is really one that I wanted to point out because I think it looks super duper badass. I think you can toss this on a lot of different things, and the customization on it is actually quite nice. I actually don't feel that it's best displayed on this specific color setup that I have from Trinity, but the transition was perfect, right? I missed out on his helmet, but I picked up his blade, okay? Alright, so I hope you feel alright about that, Arsenal. Don't be mad at me. This I love. This I absolutely love. Alrighty, so we finally made it on over to skins, and we're gonna start with Ivara's Arcuata skin by Stenchfury. I'm never gonna get it right. However, I do want to say this skin is absolutely beautiful. It is very highly detailed. There's a lot of swirliness to the patterns. She feels like very much a hunter in the skin, and I did not realize, but the energy bars is almost like a mustache, which kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. However, the energy effects on this thing is absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and do a quick spin so you can kind of see what she looks like from behind. Now, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, she was a little bit of a pain to color. If I'm just straightforward, there's a lot of blending, there's a lot of swirling, there's a lot of different parts of her that kind of merge into one, so it can be a little bit of a trick to get it right, but once you do, I think it absolutely looks fantastic. The one thing that I really did want to point out, though, because I don't think that I did it justice with this specific color setup, because as you guys know, I have specific aesthetics that I like to throw out there. However, the energy colors on this thing, like the way that the energy interacts with this is absolutely insane. Like, look at those pops of color that kind of come along with it, and you can actually see the way that it blends into parts of her arm, the way that it blends into parts of her body and her leg. It really kind of merges the look. But, you know, me personally, I'm gonna go a little bit softer instead of a little bit wilder. However, like, that looks like some fucking magma on the body, and I think that looks absolutely insane. So this is definitely one of those things where energy effects are gonna come heavily into play, especially on how you want to do it. Now, clearly, I did a specific color setup, which has got like kind of different swirls of color kind of blending into another one. One of my favorites, I'm gonna be honest with you, is some of the monotone ones that use a lot of different variants of the same shade. So you've got some lighter blues, some darker blues, kind of all merged together and really give a nice texture to it. But I thought that might be a little bit boring for you guys to take a look at, so I kind of played with a couple different colors here, but legitimately, the energy color is really what finishes this off nicely. Alright, so there's no way that I could have covered Ivara without taking a look at HitsuSan's Youkai skin. This thing is absolutely immaculate, as always. Do I even have to say anything? Now, here's the thing. He did reach out to me and said that some of the textures were off. He confirmed that it had been fixed and that they would be patching it in within the next patch. However, per usual, and this is the thing that I always gotta say about HitsuSan, he is like a stickler for details. So I think it looks amazing as it is right now. However, who knows? Once they get the textures fixed, it might look even better. Now, as you can see here, she looks absolutely fantastic. Look at the little, I love these little swirl things, right? It's just this little attention to detail that really gets me about HitsuSan's pieces. They're always absolutely amazing. I love this. What I like to refer to as the Illuminati triangles that he puts on everything. But I'm going to knock him a couple points, or at least 1 point. I don't know how many points. There are certain pieces like these little areas right around here that remain untintable. Now, I do not know if that has something to do with the textures that he was talking about, because it always kind of comes off as this periwinkle bluish in the light that I have on my ship. So who knows, a texture pass might actually fix that and make it a little bit more neutral and a little less periwinkle blue, which will give more weight to more customizations. However, as you can see, I kind of made her this bunny white because to me she looks like a little, you know, yokai bunny. But I've actually, as I was kind of experimenting and looking through, she actually looks pretty darn good in some of the darker colors. So don't hesitate to play around with that. Like, that looks luxurious right there. That looks like luxury. But I did want to point that out as a thing to kind of like take a look at, because, you know, I tend to like have the light colors on her. She looks like a bunny. But I think that some of the richer colors will work on her really, really well as well. Alright, so swapping frames, we are now on to Ember's Ignition by Kaiceps. This thing, I don't know how to describe it. Like, a part of me is like, I don't like it, but a part of me is like, I love it. It's just this weird relationship, because a part of me is like, girl, you look like ice cream. She looks like the swirl of the ice cream, but a part of me is like, that's kind of beautiful. I love the swirliness and the organicness of this Ember. I almost feel like it's this weird crossbreed between like a rock creature, like one of Atlas's rock creatures, because as you can see the texturing on the legs, and like some sort of infested beast. But I'm kind of really, really feeling it, because it's got like all of these little metallic bits that are like reflected in the butt panels, and I don't know, there's just something that feels very, very right about it. I don't know about the rest of you guys. I love the little details of the energy effects on the hands. It's kind of like peering through, again, like magma, very, very similarly to the Ivara skin that we were looking at a little bit earlier. I love the kind of melding of the energy effects, and I think it looks really, really, really gorgeous in a way that other skins aren't gorgeous. It's like this weird organic-y gorgeous, not like techie gorgeous, you know what I mean? It's a little more undone, but undone in a really, really beautiful way. Now, y'all damn well know that I was going to cover the Ember Magesty skin by Prosetisen and Cheshire. Now, to be honest with you, in the past, I wasn't necessarily the fondest of both of their works. However, lately, Cheshire and Prosetisen are like on a fucking like rampage. Prosetisen, if you guys do not know, made the Nyx Athena skin, and Cheshire, for those of you guys who are unaware, made the amazing Saren Integra skin, and legitimately, this looks like a skin that both of them would make. Literally, the collaboration was the perfect collaboration for the both of them. They made Warframe babies. You know, I've been talking about Warframe babies for so goddamn long, and they literally made a goddamn Warframe baby, and it is one of the most beautiful Warframe babies out there. Like, the helmet is absolutely insane. It's almost kind of like, if you look at it, don't look at it too hard, but it's almost kind of like the Oberon horned helmet. You know how he's got the horned pieces? Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The collaboration is absolutely perfect. I have to say, too, there were a couple skins that I had issues coloring today. This was one of the, like, the dreams to color. This was one of the absolute dreams to color, and I fell in love with it. The thing that I need to show off right here, because as you guys know, as I had said earlier, you know, I like more subdued colors, nothing too crazy. But the energy work on this thing is absolutely fantastic. So let's take a look at all of the energy pieces, because this is an energy intensive skin. As you guys can see, there's a lot of energy work on there, and it's actually going to blend very, very beautifully in with the skin. Me, of course, I gotta go a little bit more subtle, but y'all can do some bright poppy crazy things with this. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I think that it just made so much sense for them to come together and create this like goddess of Ember. This is probably gonna end up becoming my ace lot. Like, I love it, love it, love it. Ooh, get this. I mean, I know, y'all, I'm just, yeah, there's no words. It's so good. Alrighty, so moving on to yet another immaculate piece of work, we have Rekkou's first submission into the full body Warframe skin genre, which I'm super, super excited about. It's the Volt Zener skin, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that Rekkou's got a little bit of a hard-on for old Volty man, because he did make the amazing and kind of like nearly infamous Volt Arrestor helmet. You know, the ones with the little antennas, that one right there. That was my favorite for a good long time, and I used that on the Grax skins. I even use that on the Primes occasionally, but I have to say that this might be my new favorite Volt Prime helmet. Like, look at that. Look at that. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And if you did not notice, it carries on a little bit of theme. We got a little bit of at the head, and we got a little bit of at the other head. I'm just pointing that out. I think he's carried through the theme quite well. Another thing that I did want to also mention is I love the fact that this skin works very, very well with the prime details. So as you can see, toggling them off is nice. It keeps things nice and sleek. It's very, very simple, but toggling them on doesn't necessarily take away from it either. I think that it works well with both, and that is the sign of a very, very skilled skin designer. So good job, Rekkou, for your first full body skin submission. I hope you do more. You know, Loki needs some love. Just putting that out there into the universe. They were both starter frames together at one point. You know, just saying. I'm just saying. Alright, so continuing along the Volt Love train, we have the Volt Capacitor skin by Dell. This one I was really, really excited about. I still am very, very excited about. However, there is one thing that peeved me big time, and this is more DE's issue than it is the content creator's issue. It's mainly because of the fact that the accents, you know how we have like the attachments, right? We have the Volt Prime armor, and that's tied to attachments. It does not color. The Volt Prime armor does not color with the attachments tab. It actually colors with the primary tab. So as you can see, this shifts that color, which is tied to this amazing kind of like gem faceted portions. Like he's got these amazing gem faceted portions all over his body, like right here, right there on the forearm. I think it looks amazing. However, you cannot color that independently from his attachment areas. As you can see, like this does absolutely nothing to change any of those bits. So mainly because of the fact that we can't use Volt's standard armor, because I think that the Volt standard armor actually looks a little bit better with this one, so that we can kind of make some crazy wackadoo colors when it comes to the little prismatic gem tone areas. It does hurt the skin a little bit. However, I still think the skin is absolutely gorgeous. I was able to pull this off in a really, really beautiful kind of like soft, I don't want to say rose gold, because that to me is like, it's pinky. It's not really golden. But yeah, it's kind of like this, the fake rose gold color that I quite like. I quite enjoy that color as well. I love the faceting on it, and I just wish that DE kind of separated the two. And here's the thing, when Volt, you know, I'm just putting this out there into the universe, you know, putting this out there into the universe. When I toggle off prime details, alright, and we go into attachments, I should have the option to go in and have the original Volt shoulder pieces. Putting that into the universe would have done the skin even more justice. However, I still think it is beautiful even without it, right? I'm loving it. Like this, oh my, look at that faceting. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know, there's something about this face that I really, really like as well. And these little nubs up here, absolutely fantastic. You guys should definitely check that one out. Okay, so now on to the man of the hour himself. This is probably my favorite skin of this launch, and for Volkovyi, he knows that this has been a long time coming, because me and him, we had a history with like his damaged skins where I'm like, I love the detailing on the damaged skin, but I'm not gonna wear something that's necessarily damaged because that's not really my aesthetic. But I really loved all of the work that he did. Never really super featured him. However, the Limbo Vasiona skin, it's just fucking immaculate. It's amazing. Like, if you love Limbo, this is gonna be absolutely fantastic for you. It's got enough flash in it for it to be a little flashy. You can tone it down by, you know, changing color selections, but the amount of detail work that has gone into it is absolutely amazing. Now, if you take a look right here, it's got a little bit of the shiny, shimmery, splendid right there in all of the lighter bits. Take a look at that reflectiveness and all of that sparkle. Now, I know that not everybody is going to be into that, but I think that a lot of the flashy Limbo players, they're absolutely going to love this. The coat, as you can see right there, it's got a great, amazing texture, and if you take a close look, the energy effects twinkle. They twinkle. That's fucking ridiculous. I think it's absolutely amazing. But okay, this is how deep it goes. All right, this is how deep it goes when I say that Volkovyi has amazing detail work. I literally had to like come all up in here, and I have to find the right light. But there is, I gotta get you in the light, baby. Like, this is gonna make me seem a little bit insane. I'm gonna probably look a little insane right now. I just need to get the right light. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. Come on. Maybe Captura would have been a little bit better for this, but nope, right there. fucking fuck, man. Fucking look at the detailing on that cuff. We have this little mini diamond pattern in there that is, it's just such a small missable detail, but he puts it in there, and I think that deserves some motherfucking commendation, alright? I am like jizzing all over this skin. I think it's absolutely amazing. You can even see some of the texture work that goes into the coattails. There are certain portions that are matte, while there are certain portions that are shiny. Like, I think it's fantastic. Now, the original Limbo skin didn't have as much metal work on him as this version does, and I love the additional metal work. I think he did an amazing job. I cannot gush anymore over the skin. Like, we're talking about jizzing and gushing all at the same time. Look what you have done, Volkovyi. This, I think it's absolutely amazing. I think it's great. It's great. There's nothing more than I can say about this. And cheap as chips. Like, I do not know why this is as... Okay, looking at the numbers, a lot of the other skins are $6.99. This is $4.99. I don't know how that works. I don't know why that works, but hey, y'all Limbo players, you got a nice little deal on probably one of the best skins of the batch. I understand it's not as crazy layering work with helmets or whatnot, or nothing odd like that, but like this, it's just really, really well made, and I have to give all the props in the world to Volkovyi, because this, I think, it's just fantastic. Oh, I'm gushing. And lastly, while I am in the state of afterglow from that previous skin, I have to say that we are moving on to possibly one of the best pieces that we have seen in a long time when it comes to syandanas, but holy shit. We have, oh, let me go select it here, the Repala Syandana by Master Noob. This thing is absolutely gorgeous, and I swear to God that whole Syandana separate from the armor pieces have just come in time, because there's no way that I would be able to set up this color selection and use the Hulta armor at the same time, because as you guys know, the Hulta armor has been notoriously difficult to customize with other armor pieces, but this is the perfect storm for this Syandana to come into play. It's absolutely gorgeous. The one thing that I will make note of for you guys is do not color this the solid black or the darkest black when it comes to like the what is it called, like the black palettes, whatever the super dark palettes are. You want to go for like a deep gray like that if you're doing it, but you definitely don't want to go into something like the smoke palette and make it a pure black, because legitimately you lose all texture in it. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Like, it just looks flat like that. So you definitely don't want to go super ultra dark on this. Give it a little bit of gray, and then you'll be able to see like the texture and definition into it. So you can see even going a little bit lighter gets you some of the texture and definition in there. And if you go a little bit lighter, let's see, you can actually see that there's scripting on the Syandana, so it's not just a swath of cloth. They've actually put in the time and effort to put in a little bit of like this etching in it that makes it absolutely gorgeous. However, with rich colors like that red, it's fantastic. Do be aware, as you can see right there, there are some collision issues with it, but I still think it's definitely worth. And look, the Arsenal Blade looks fantastic on Loki as well. It's a really great combo. I'm in love with this. So all in all, I think that we had an amazing batch of TennoGen this round. There's so many things for you guys to pick up. I spent a lot of money picking all of that up. However, I'm very happy with a lot of the things that I got. So I guess that about does it for now. Let me know what your favorites are. I will probably be covering some of these looks, like some of the looks, because, you know, this is day one, and I'm going to probably look back at this video and say, oh, I want to tweak this, I want to tweak that, I want to tweak this. So stay tuned for more of these. I'll probably do some daily grinds with these frames, and I'll show off some of these colors like individually. But yeah, so let me know if you have any requests in the comments below. If you have any questions in the comments below, let me know what you guys thought. What was your favorite piece from this? Especially, and you know, represent for the people. If I did not spotlight something that you really feel deserved to be spotlight, go ahead and go on blast in the comment. Be nice about it, but put it in the comments so that you can represent your peeps, alright? But that about does it for this episode. So as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch all the sexy TennoGen. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.